Thank you, sir, for your insightful speech. Our chief guest of the day, Mr. Srini Raju, is the Managing Director and Co-founder, People Capital Advisory Services Private Limited. People Capital manages over 400 million of institutional and general partners capital across 2 funds. People Capital has initiated, funded, and supported over 20 companies during the past decade. Some of these companies have grown into world-class organizations, employing over 15,000 employees. It specializes in transforming professional managers into entrepreneurs. Before starting People Capital, Mr. Raju was associated with Cognizant Technology Services and Satyam Enterprise Solution as CEO and Satyam Computer Services as COO. Mr. Raju has received a Bachelor of Science degree in Civil Engineering from NIT Kurukshetra and a Master's degree in Civil and Environmental Engineering from Utah State University. Please welcome our chief guest of the day, Mr. Srini Raju.
A very good morning to all of you. Mr. Sesasai mentioned that Dr. Bala has used him as a Stephanie, but that was not the truth. He was his ace, so he was trying to get all other people to fill other things. He kept the best for the end. When one of the regulars didn't make it, then he had to use his ace. So that was the background of that, Mr. Sesai. I'll just share some thoughts with you today, purely based on my personal experience over the last 20 years. If you read any magazines these days, what you hear is, this is the century of India, again. I'm saying again. The other day I was looking at the world history map. And it's a very interesting thing. It is in 2 dimensions. And one dimension, vertical axis, various civilizations, and the x-axis is the time frame. Of course, it starts from 10,000 BC. When I looked at the Indian civilization, I found 2 interesting facts. And this is not represented by somebody, a BJP person. It's done by some Westerners. So we can say that probably that it's there biased. He said about 1900, 1800 BC, India was a leading country in the world. Again, in about the 580, it says again India was a leading country in the world. So probably it goes through the cycles. In between, of course, you had Egypt, Rome, now America. Just before this, it was England. So the relevance of this is that every civilization goes through these ups and downs. So China is ahead of us by about 20 years. And they say that this century belongs to India. That's primarily because of our demographics. And we are expected to do better than China. Why is it? Today China is way ahead of us. At least their GDP is 3 to 4 times more bigger than us, because China has followed about 30, 40 years ago one-child policy. So in about 20 years from today, they'll have more elderly people than younger people. Whereas in India, though we cursed all the time about our population problem, now that's going to be a boon for us. So we will have the youngest population and the largest youngest population in the world. So the world needs us. So that's about the quantity. So if we keep that quantity, like our politicians do, give free rice, free TV, free that, free this, and they will remain poor, guaranteed to you. If you keep feeding the people, they will not learn how to fish, so they will just always wait for somebody to come and give them. So we will continue to have these 250 million able people, but we are not putting them to use. Many reasons. We all talk about this. The actions, well, there are certain actions being taken, but not good enough. I only hope that we act before it's too late, so that we don't miss this opportunity that's been presented to us. And there's a lot of things to do it, whether it's primary education or the government way of doing things, or whatever it is. But I will just pick up few points that I have observed over the years. We in India, for whatever the reason, just after the independence, we didn't have enough jobs. So we were very focused on getting that government job or something that we wanted to be safe. So we were not taking very many chances. Last 50 years or so, we did not take much. Everybody wanted to become an engineer, doctor or something. So the goal setting was a problem for us. We were always setting a goal saying, I want to go to IIT. You do not set saying that I want to be the best computer science engineer. I want to go to IITs. Somehow you make it to the IIT and that's the end of the story. The achievements stop after that. Well, some people among them say that, well, I want to go to America. Fine, you get your visa, you go there, but again it stops there. Most of us make these big speeches saying that Indians are doing so well around the world. Yes, they are doing. There are few people like Dr. Balachandran. But how many of them are there? For a country of this size, for a population of this size, there are very few of them. Same thing in IT also. You see the politicians making speeches like information technology is superpower. And I actually never agreed with that statement. And I have worked with a number of companies around the world, with almost the top 100 ranked companies in the world as a service provider when I was with Cognizant and with Satyam. And I want to tell you that we were doing work for them. You know, even these companies require somebody to do laundry for them. Somebody needs to do. We were doing that laundry equivalent of work in IT. It's good. We had to create jobs. We were building companies. That's a good beginning. Somebody said you start from the bottom. We started from the bottom. But we never moved up there. It's because, again, I'm telling you, it's a goal setting is a problem for us. We set our goals as going to IIT, going to America, or getting a job in Intel. They were the goals. It's not like in Intel, I'll be the person who will invent the next chip, and this is what I'm going to do. And it's there among all of us. And we take it very easily. Just to digress a little bit, is in what happened with Mr. Rajashekar Reddy 3 days ago, same thing. The pilot was very careless. He just, instead of going to right, he went left. This guy had all the time to plan his journey. He would have thought, no, it's okay. Just like we drive on the road, we are so careless. So same thing, he would have said that it's fully knowing that he would also lose his life if something happened. But that's the way we are. So I think that's what has to change. Some of these people have taken it very seriously. After the First World War, the Japanese have taken it, and they have come almost like the second largest economy in the world. The Chinese have taken it very seriously last 30, 40 years, and they have done very well. And we are doing somewhere there. I'm not very happy. So it doesn't mean that we are very bad. We are okay, but that's not enough. So we need to take it to the next level. So what is that we got to do there? So all of you here, other than the guests and the other visitors who have come here, the students, that you're all setting up your goals, what you want to do. Very often I find that when I go and speak in other business schools, that you ask them, they always get carried away with brands. I want to work for Microsoft. So this one kid who got admission in one of the leading US universities, and someone told him that Srinivas would help you from his fund, that he keeps supporting people. So why didn't you go and talk to him? I said, he came. He said, okay, what can I do for you? He said, sir, I was told that you help the people. So I want some scholarship from you to go to so-and-so university. I said, that's good, very good. You got admission into this great school. Then I said, what do you want to do after that? Then he says, after that, I want to go and work in Microsoft. I said, then you should ask Bill Gates for the scholarship. So then he didn't understand. So for him, getting admission into that college was very important. Getting a job in Microsoft was very important. For me, they were not important at all. So for me, what is more important thing is my hard-earned money, I want it to put a greater use. That's for the bigger society. So I want to help the people who want to dream big.